We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season. Week 16. Between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
That's what he get.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Hey, 0-0-0.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it.
That's a bullshit.
He's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before working across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. Second down and 5. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Broncos at 11-3 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's gonna wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
The way to show is pussy and rough.
For a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
I forgot about the
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Second and 6. Now Carr. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfrow with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just
I'm going to do it like the Joe B. Day.
Catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
God, late action, lame man. Let's go. Wait till next season. I'm going to give you something to remember, you know? That's all I'm doing.
Wilson.
Ooh, Diablo.
Certainly appeared to take
Got Diablo over there, man.
By the time he
That's
tried
with
to look
Diablo.
elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm messing with Diablo.
There's Wilson to throw.
Boy, we got Max Crosby on them out there. He ain't fucking around.
20, 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
You don't want to fuck with them.
This. It's recovered in the end zone by the defense. So after all that, it's not a touchdown.
Yeah, Buddy Johnson. Buddy Johnson ain't got no weirdness. I just had to test it out.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
His trap back.
The Broncos are
They so
ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Hey, I was just thinking about this show. I was like, man, he need to bring her back.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Money.
On first down, Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season, so that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, it's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's it.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So after the big play,
that's
all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
On second down, this is Madison, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
He came up, pow!
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Wilson.
Oh, I should have picked that.
This is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
McManus.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good return. Oh,
man. Dudes, if they'd have got out the way, I'd have took it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now, first down run with Jacobs going to be well-read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Carr being checked, and he can't find anywhere
he was playing good defense.
And he goes down. Randy Gregory buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Now it's Carr.
That's roughing the passer.
But there is a flag down.
We'll take that
that's
too.
About. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry.
We'll take that on some Steelers shit. You feel me?
Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, man, why do you stop running?
Intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I can't believe it, a route. Fuck him up. If he's running, fuck him up.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Here's Lewis to return.
That boy had no speed on him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps
man, you got to catch it and run the other way.
A little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a play fake. Carr.
And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
All right, Hunter, made my boy Hunter
some real estate.
a little slow as Hunter Henry.
They can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Carr. Touchdown.
Yeah, I thought it was Darren Waller.
From 6 yards away.
You gotta hit
and the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run.
All right, little Bronco.
For 2 is snuffed out.
I think you got me figured out, huh?
Kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25.
Bronc. My boy Van Select 97.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, Max, get up in there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. A throw left side, holding by him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Oh!
For his tight end on the corner, it's complete. And he'll be touched
It's tight end.
Before he does pick up.
I didn't even out of bounds. Oh,
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Got one roll.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 5 yards remain on second down. On play action, now Carr. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the Raiders have
Wilson
got
shook
it.
out there.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone. And
now he tries to force it in and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
17 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to lose yardage.
Good tackle, good tackle.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Carr going to go on 4th down.
Oh, bro, why did you leave the boy?
Intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back.
I knew I should have hit him.
As they hold on 4th down. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
15 yards there for number 15.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football right now. I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Shark calls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit.
Nice Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game,
I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of it.
Oh, man. That ball floated.
Picked off by Josie Jewell.
Oh, man.
Are going to take possession of the football. Now with
Oh,
interception,
good
you feel
pick.
like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days,
Loaded.
not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I ain't got no type of running.
Growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Oh, he's a bitch.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage
is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands.
Touchdown! Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been.
Come on.
They have not lost in forever. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Carr going to look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
And he's going to be dropped.
Steady as I want it, I pretty much picked the big
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Carr going to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians.